Hello my fellow hunters, this is the role-playing game Relic Hunter, and I want to welcome you to this video. 5 tips for dealing with a power gamer. Now, games are a lot of fun, but some players can really get on your nerves. The power gamer is one of them, so I've interviewed over a dozen GMs, all of different ages, specializing in different games, different types of games, to bring you these 5 tips that are the top 5 tips for dealing with a power gamer. I hope you enjoy. A power gamer takes advantage of the rules of a game to make the strongest character possible by those rules, which is often many times more powerful than an average character made. The reason this is a problem is if you have a group that has 3 average characters and 1 power gamer, well, that power gamer, to challenge the power gamer in combat, the challenge is going to have to be so hard, it's going to devastate the other players. Where if you make the game level to the other players, the challenge is going to be nothing to the power gamer. In essence, you have an issue where you can't control the level of the game because of this power gamer. The first thing to remember about the power gamer is that the power gamer is not your enemy. In fact, he's probably one of your friends. Just part of the fun for the power gamer is making a character strong, perhaps even figuring out the strongest character. In fact, part of that fun is beating the system that that game is based in. So just remember, he's not your enemy, it's just part of the fun is building the strongest character possible. The second tip I have for you with dealing with the power gamer is to set the expectation of the game. Let everyone know, hey, there's going to be social interaction roles in this game. There's going to be puzzles and traps. Make it so that they understand that it's not just 4 combats between rest periods for your character. Even if the power gamer still just makes a combat character, you'll at least have set the expectation and he won't be able to gripe during the time that combat is not the focus. This third tip might be my favorite because it has to do with story. It's to make the power gamer a more important character in the story overall. As an example, perhaps he's a prince, and the other players are the prince's friends, and you can let him know as the prince that the support the enemies get and the support the PCs get is directly related to how well he does in court. All of a sudden you've put value on these other skills, value that's going to make his player more capable, more powerful if he has them. So tip 3 is to make the power gamer a more important character overall in the world as opposed to just being a brainless fighter. Tip 4 is for if a direct solution just isn't going to work out. With tip 4, you have the power gamer help everybody make their characters. That's right, everybody. So that you have a whole party of power gamers. That way you can easily take all of the bad guys, all of the challenges, all of everything, and just make them harder. Now let's give them all 10% more hit points. Let's give them all +1 to hit for every 5 plus of their BAB. Let's make all the traps 2d6 more deadly. And that way, you still have the same game balance. You don't have to rewrite your game. You have the same bad guys. It's just a higher difficulty. So tip 4, have the power gamer make everybody's character power gamers. And when everyone's a power gamer, no one's a power gamer. My 5th tip, if none of that stuff works, you might actually be dealing with a bully as opposed to a power gamer. Now, I think power gamers get a bad rap, and they shouldn't, because they're just trying to beat the system. But some of them, every once in a while, Some of them just want to see the world burn. They just want to be a jerk to people. They just want to, who knows, might have some kind of unresolved childhood thing. It may be that you just can't play with that person. It happens. So hopefully that's not the situation. Hopefully you can get some kind of understanding, even talk to the person about what your kind of game you're trying to make. But if it's getting to the point where they're going to damage the enjoyment for the whole group, you're just going to lose the whole group if you don't lose them. So my fifth tip for you, some people might just want to watch the world burn. If they're a bully, you might just have to get rid of that player. Thank you for watching 5 tips on how to deal with a power gamer. Good luck using those tips in your games. I want to thank all the people that helped make this possible, including all the GMs that I interviewed for tips. Also wanted to thank my YouTube friend Bluff Check. He is always there for me to bounce ideas off, and if you like this kind of content, please check out his channel. Here's a link to that. If you'd like to see some of the other things I've been working on, here's a link to Whatever Happened to 7th Sea, the role-playing game where I interview John Wick about his game 7th Sea. And if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe for more content, here's a link for that. And other than that, I hope that you play like the dice are trying to kill you, because they are.